Hey everyone, you get to see me with no beard today. I shaved it off. I do that about once a year, just for I don't know, to check if to check and see if I still have a face. Anyway, hair is very messy. We are home today, so we are not dressed up or anything like that as well. So anyway, off to the races. Yesterday we played some good defense. Happy to see that, and we're able to convert our 9-6s. So we are in first place in both of our rundles right now. We'll see if we can keep up the good fortune. Question 1. Upon its completion in July 1904, the Trans-Siberian Railway connected Moscow and European Russia with what Pacific Ocean port city? Okay, well, it's certainly, I think there's a very most famous city in Eastern Russia, and it's Vladivostok. I am pretty sure the Trans-Siberian Railway goes to Vladivostok. Yeah, that's that. I think that's just right. Anyway, question 2. Chandelier, Elastic Heart, and Cheap Thrills are the biggest hits so far from what Australian singer-songwriter? That is Sia, for sure. She of the insane wigs. Question 3. Yeah, Chandelier, certainly the easiest part there. Yeah, I've definitely heard all 3 of those songs, though Cheap Thrills would have been a little bit more challenging for me to just remember that that's a title. Anyway, question 3. What is the term often applied conceptually in relation to the first law of thermodynamics? Ooh, people are going to love this question. It's just so much fun to think about conceptually in relation to the first law of thermodynamics. I'm joshing, of course. I mean, good, nice science is a good thing to ask about, and that's one of the reasons people like LearnedLeague, but I suspect this may be difficult. For a process in which there is no transfer of heat between a system and its surroundings. The word comes directly from the Greek for impassable. Well, all right, so this is kind of just a quiz bowl thing. This is another one of these definition of science terms thing that pays off big if you learn it in quiz bowl, and you just end up hearing them kind of over and over again, and that is an adiabatic process. Yes. Adiabatic process, no transfer of heat, so it just kind of has complete, I assume we're going to get a lot of endothermic, though that's not really that. Maybe, yeah, I just think a lot of people don't really know this word at all, and I don't mean that negatively. I just think that's a little bit difficult, if you're not ex-quiz bowl or science science person or somebody who knows. Yeah, that's my theory. So I think that's going to play pretty difficult. Anyway, question 4. With the creation of the U.S. Department of Education in 1979, another cabinet-level department saw its scope of functions reduced and accordingly its name changed. What was the new and still current full name of this department, whose original incarnation was formed in 1953? Okay. So I want the new one. Okay, so the old one was called Health, Education, and Welfare. Health and Welfare was changed to Health and Human Services. The full name of this department is the Department of Health and Human Services. I mean, I think what he really doesn't want is for people to get credit for HHS, though. Thorsten's occasional liberalism may mean that he takes HHS. I hope not. Just his full name, I think he's clearly asking for that, but I'm just going to put Department of in there just so there's no question about it. Anyway, even though department's in the clue. Health and Human Services, Health, Education, and Welfare. That is something worth knowing. It used to be HEW. Now it's HHS with the spinoff of Education. Yeah, that's good. All right. Dunder Mifflin is Scranton, as Wernham Hogg is to what English town? Okay, these are the companies on the Office. I think most people know that. And Wernham Hogg is in Slough, which is a western suburb of London. I think of it as being nearish Heathrow Airport. It's not regarded as a particularly glamorous place. Question 6. The chief use of the planet Althea officinalis is the mucilaginous substance yielded by its roots, which is the traditional basis for a popular confection, though largely replaced today by gum arabic or gelatin. What is the common name of this plant, which is also the name for the confection itself? All right. So what is a gooey thing that is also the name of a plant? Gooey eating thing. So it's not gelatin. It's not pudding. The pudding plant. It's not gelatin and pudding anyway. It's made from milk and stuff. Toffee, caramel. Those aren't really caramel. The caramel plant. Ah, okay. Well, this is why it's named this. Marsh. It lives in marshes, I think. Marshmallow. Marshmallow is a plant. You definitely don't make it out of marshmallow root anymore. Yeah, it comes from like a green plant, I think. That's my recollection. Yeah, marshmallow is a plant. So I think we are there. That feels definitely right now that I think of it. So, okay. Schlossberg S. It's good at science. 798. I'm not going to put a 0 on adiabatic no matter what, but I will give him the favor of the 1. Current events knowledge would probably correlate a little bit with being aware of cabinet departments. But yeah, in American history, 698, it's not bad either. Pop music, 333. I feel like there's a definite chance of missing Sia. Geography, 684. All right. I feel like if you just are a trivia type person and it's like name a Russian Pacific seaport, I think most people kind of have an idea of Vladivostok. I do feel like maybe Marshmallow's the hardest. We have a 545 on television. Wow. Okay. Am I putting a 0 on adiabatic? I really don't want to. I think I'll put a 0 on Vladivostok, which I don't love either, but it's okay. That lets me put a 1 on Health and Human Services. Yeah. And a 2 on Slough. And yeah, that feels all right. All right. Pace, we're going to play very differently. She's going to know Sia for sure. Her geography knowledge is pretty solid. She gets a 1 for Vladivostok. I think with the 53% on science, I think we have to give the 3 on adiabatic. I do think that's fairly difficult. Not super great on American history or current events, so maybe we give the 2 on Health and Human Services. Maybe not. New name, like it's just people are only going to guess a few of them, and I think people have lists of the cabinet departments in their mind. Well, she's definitely going to know Slough. I feel like she's I watched the British Office type person. Well, that leaves a 2 for Marshmallow, and we have to figure out between these two. All right. I'm going to put it here. I feel like there's a very good chance that Kira is going to get 5 or she could get 6. She could get 6 if she comes up with adiabatic and it's not as hard as I think it is, or just if she knows it. So, yeah, I do think it's a pretty good day for her. Marshmallow, a little tricky. Okay, well, I feel, yeah, Marshmallow's right? Yeah, it is. I feel like that's true. And yeah, the rest of these I have no doubts about. Punch it. Vladivostok, Sia, Furler, adiabatic, Health and Human Services, Slough, Marshmallow. Woot. Okay, that was the only one that I was in a little bit of doubt about. So, okay, well, hopefully we can find some misses from our opponents and keep the train rolling. Otherwise, we will see you tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye-bye.